Hey, with the open hearth today, we are in session three of our Lordsworn campaign. Um, yeah, my name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I'm facilitating, but it's a GMless game, so I'm just going first, really. This week, just by process of elimination, I know the character we're going to be playing first. I'm going to be playing Trina the who is the flowing water dancer. She has beautifully adorned leather armor with blue flowing sleeves and a pearl inlaid silvery silken veil. Wields twin wave crested scimitars, and I guess hidden away, pressed between pages torn from a fighting manual, a delicate blue rose gifted by a lover.
I'm T, she, her, and I will be starting off with Jor'ilt Chekrov, they, them, the wandering Spellblade. They wear a gilded mask with floral features and long flowing hair kept in a unique style. Have a favor from a sweetheart awaiting them at home, capital H, a religious symbol for safe travels, and a blue steel longsword and charm focus.
And I be Dandaeus Fix. Well, Mads, they, them. And I'll be playing Dandaeus Fix, they, them. And yeah, they be wearing some well worn, oil stained coveralls with dozens of tools hanging off of a belt and some soot covered face and hands a bit like in the muck, in the dirt, because they have a industrial type interests, and they have a steam powered war maul like hold on their shoulder, and their keepsake is something that the old world rejected, but the new world could accept it because it's something that could revolutionize the world. Invention, a little invention I created. Yes.
Great stuff. So let me read out the intro for week two, which will encompass events panicked and desperate. The winds speak of change, and the ground beneath you lurches more frequently as the world starts to wake up to the death of multiple gods in the Cataclysm. Its effects begin to take root deeper, humanity beginning to turn inwards to weather the oncoming storm, and hope is now a flickering yet still burning candle. So, as we have gotten used to, but probably we want to remind ourselves, to generate the keywords for this panicked event in, in the week, we're each going to roll a d4 and then kind of assign it to these subtables for entity, adjective, and action. Um,
I rolled a 3.
okay,
Also a three.
and a 4, just to give us some kind of choice. Um,
It's a panicked, right?
Panicked, yeah, page 68.
Okay.
So I guess we had a lone knight last time.
Mm.
So what do we think? Beasts or a caravan or nobles?
Hmm. I mean, we decided that, I guess, rolled that the effect of Mavos, our god, biting it, was that the strong find their limbs weakening, and once powerful, rulers lose their grips on power. So I feel like nobles might let us start to pull on that string a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that leaves us with scared or leery and demanding or charging. I mean, if we're dealing with nobles, I feel like demanding is just like kind of a given. Damn it. Uh,
Yeah. And I mean, leery, I mean, like suspicious, conniving,
mm,
maybe. Is
yeah.
that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sounds good. So, leery nobles demanding
Yeah.
stuff.
Does that sound good, T?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So what do we
Hmm.
see this scene opening as? What's the
I
situation?
wonder, uh, I will pitch something and feel free to let me know how you feel about it. I wonder if this was a group of nobles that had come to like watch the battle, like as spectators, like they thought it would be uh, a fun outing. I think this is actually something that happened during the US Civil War, during some of the earlier battles. People were like, "Oh, we'll go watch the battle. It'll be a fun diversion." Um, it was not, and I think perhaps these folks came to the same realization.
Well, that is morbid and terrible, and probably other things too. But what do you think, Mads?
Um, yeah, I mean, like, just what would they be demanding about, though? I mean, it's like really up to them that they decided that this was going to be a fun thing to do, right? Um, but
Maybe their own sort of martial escorts have abandoned them, and they're like, "You got to take us back to our homes. Screw
oh,
your quest."
right.
Yeah. So,
So demanding escort from us, but leery that we can
and
actually do the well, yeah.
I mean, leery because like they have been forced into this situation. Maybe they doubt our skill, given that we lost that battle, right?
Hmm.
Uh, maybe they're just jumping at shadows,
Oh
um,
yeah.
especially since there's ghosts in those shadows now.
And of course, it's like they're just their own suspicions and fears are just like feeding into our own doubts and such. So their panic is just making us, you know, react um, a certain way. Maybe we'll see.
Um,
I could also see
but
this group of three as being the more mercenary group of characters as well. Like I feel like all these people have probably worked for hire in the past.
that's very generous. I would have just said odd.
Yeah, yeah. I would have said odd too. I mean, they are truly the oddballs of our party. The big group home. Yeah, they're pretty much the oddballs. Um,
Do you think that just in terms of the setting, like how do we get introduced? Is this like something like an inn at a crossroads or something like that? And
yeah,
we are
it's
just
it's got to be something where it's like what do you mean they left? What do you mean we don't have any escort home? And then like they're getting all like uppity and stuff like that, and then they see us and they're like, ugh, we don't really want to, but it's like they're the closest thing that we've got, you know,
yeah.
because we can't do it
Um,
ourselves. Heaven forfend. So you know,
so do we want to like start off with the three of us just minding our own business, having a beer or a glass of wine or whatever it is this inn is
yeah,
still selling,
sure.
and then whoever wants to can jump in with the terrible nobles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Jor'ilt is definitely a wine drinker, and their mask is sort of pushed up, uh, so that they can drink. Sorry, I warned Jill earlier that I was going to be a little bit slow today. Um, and but I think they haven't taken their spell blade off. I think it's just at their hip as they sit.
And I think Dandaeus is just kind of like real casual, just will just kind of slump back in their chair. If they could, they'd put their feet up, but everybody else is looking at them like, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." But they keep their maul on their shoulder as they use their other hand to, bring the mug of whatever they got, like ale, mead, whatever, to their mouth. They're again covered in soot because of like all the stuff that they do. So yeah, they don't care.
And I think Trina has moved her chair a little bit away from the table, like a yard, to be closer to the fire. And I mean, you never see her take a sip of her glass of watered wine, but it's definitely going down. Um, I mean, you may have seen her take off her veil from time to time, but certainly not in this pub.
Also, I'm wondering, Jor'ilt wears a mask, Trina is veiled. Is Dandaeus the only person whose feathers are visible?
I mean, they probably will have those gangly goggles like, still on, you
Hmm.
know. And like, if they do bring them up because the mug bumps their goggles, then they're like sooty and dusty everywhere else, but then once they bring the goggles up, you see an actual clean patch like right by around their eyes, you know. So, oh, ow, that hurt. Ugh. Gotta remember to do that. Bring the goggles up, otherwise keep banging my own face. But that's good stuff.
Uh, Jor'ilt sort of raises an eyebrow in doubt. She takes a they take a swig and make a face. If you'll say so.
Better than
Had
being completely
worse,
dry.
had worse, but that was being sold as vinegar.
Would you believe I've had worse?
I would. I mean, I think they should lay it down for another 10 years. We'll come back, right?
Maybe
Sure.
I. Well, I've dealt with the spicy and the tart and the just
And
all
that's
around.
just the patrons of this fine establishment.
I was talking about the drink, Trina.
I think Geralt will see someone coming down the stairs from the upstairs of the inn and say, "Speaking of spicy and tart," and it's a oh, it's a noble. Let me get a name from one of these handy name tables. Mhm. Uh, trying to decide which of these
I mean,
makes
I'd
the
go
most
with the
sense for a noble.
freshly promoted lieutenant, maybe.
Eris Emax.
Where? What?
Oh, I'm on the name tables on page 88, so that I don't have to come up with a name.
Got it.
Uh, Heresy Max. Yeah, so I'm imagining, you know, way too much velvet, classic Renaissance slit sleeves, short cape over a full length cloak, probably pretty muddy boots. I don't know if I'm gonna go with he. I don't know if he's got any servants with him.
Just out of
And
curiosity, like what makes Eris different from Kai?
that's a good question.
if anything. I mean, if they're the same, then I
Me,
mean, like at least we know how to deal with them.
well, I would have said that Kai, despite the kind of ill-fitting armor
Hmm.
and despite being a little bit green, is still competent, right?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
still a little bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe
Ouch.
not it, but but this guy,
Bit of a fop, I think.
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, like she's still wearing that velvet sliced doublet. I mean, jeez, come on.
Uh, yeah, and I think he'll see this sort of. Oh, I said Joralt's wearing their blade, so I think it's obvious that we're uh, fighters of some stripe, and we'll sort of swagger over, and oh, you know what? I bet there's an empty chair at the table, and we'll just take it and sit, and be like, "Are you thief for hire? What's your price?"
What? I mean, like it's like Dandaeus has like got the mug halfway to their lips. Like what?
Are you deaf? Are you for hire?
We're on our way home.
Well, in that case, a slight detour shouldn't bother you.
And where is home?
Greenfields, obviously.
That's nowhere near where we need to go.
All right, maybe then a slightly longer detour. I'll make it worth your while.
And you need what? Escort? Guard? What?
Bodyguards, clearly. You can't expect me to go on my own.
And Dandaeus just gives the up down look and yeah, I can see why. And then like sinks their face into the mug, like and just keeping their eyes on Eris.
Well, sir, you've been able to survive muddy boots. I dare say you survive an adventure.
I think he starts to flush at that with rising anger, but is able to keep it down slightly because there doesn't look to be anyone else hireable here at the moment. And he'll say, "You know as well as I do that this countryside is crawling with ghosts and mercenaries. No offense, and the despondent followers of fallen gods."
And you don't think we are? I mean,
We might be, but if you're working for me, then you'll have to see me safe. And I think he'll reach for his belt and just drop a sack of money on the table. And Jor'ilt will look at it appraisingly and say, "And what's to stop us from just taking your money and killing you?"
I think one of Trina's blades will come out and slit the drawstring on the purse, and whatever it is, gold or silver, will spill out, and the sword will be back in its scabbard before anyone can put their eyes back on her.
and just as like he dropped with the thunk, the the bag like on the table, you know, Dandaeus will just negligently like kind of like swing the war maul down and like let the war maul like thunk on the floor like with a decidedly louder, drop than the bag. So, you know.
How much is your life worth, young noble?
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to respond to that, but we'll just sort of start to try and scoop his spilling bag of coins into. I guess he doesn't really have any other bags. He sort of makes like a little apron with his doublet, and will try and scoop it into the doublet. And uh, he says, "Well, clearly you're not in my budget. You've made your point. I'm sure you're all very capable. Hopefully that pays your bills."
Just kind of sinks their mug into their face into the mug and like doesn't look at Eris again. Just like, and you'll hear like something like kind of like drift to you, Trina, um, because like Dandaeus does like a little bit of like ventriloquism, like even as their mouth is like in the mug. It's like, are we really gonna do this?
We are not. And she says it just plain out there.
All right.
We are not. He cannot afford me.
He could not afford any of us
Nope.
individually, let alone together.
Nope.
Keep your money, little man. Maybe it'll buy you
Company.
some.
Company for the night. That
Uh,
sounds like a good idea.
and Jor'ilt just smacks you on the back at that. Uh, and I'll say, "Oh, you're volunteering."
No, absolutely not. Just saying this is what is affordable, not us.
Uh, and I think at this point he's, finished his money scooping and will sort of stand up, trying to gather his shreds of dignity about him. There's not much left, and says, "Well, I would watch your backs then, all of you. I'm well known in these lands and well connected. I think you'll live to regret your japes."
That's how Fix responds.
And I wonder if it's time to roll dice.
There he is. Let's see who he comes back with that
Oh God!
teaches the lesson.
Okay. Okay. So what are we rolling again?
So we're each rolling 3d4.
Three secret dice.
What is it?
Yes.
3d6?
Mhm.
Okay.
3d4.
3d4.
Oh,
3d4.
3d4. Sorry.
Yeah. And then we are, deciding which of the Lordsworn involved gets. So we
Jesus.
apply one die to each of the three characters.
Wow, which dice really does not want me to give any credit to anybody today? Oh, crap doodle doo. All right, fine.
And I was blue, Donna's yellow, and Mads is orange.
Yeah.
I'm reminding myself. Who do I think was the drunkest?
Oh God, is that what we're going by? I don't know.
That's what I'm going by. Y'all can do your own thing.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'm done.
Hold on. I think I got it. All right.
We all done?
I am done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Who wants to tick to reveal the
I can.
incoming pain?
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh no.
I knew it.
Sorry, Mads.
That's okay. I knew it. I knew it. Because Dandaeus is like complete, like, yeah, whatever.
He was sozzled.
Totally sozzled.
They were putting it away.
Yep.
Oh, no.
For
Okay.
sure.
Mm.
Okay, so let's see.
I mean, Mads, this is exactly what happened to our poor lieutenant. You
Yeah.
know,
I
just
mean,
a lightning rod of trouble.
yeah, no, I mean, like, seriously, I mean, I am not surprised. I am not surprised.
Wow, yeah, the dice were not on your side either time, huh?
No, absolutely not. I mean, probably because I picked on a freshly promoted lieutenant. Sons of gun. Okay.
All I can say is, looking at all of the dice I've had, 5 out of 9 of them have been ones. Right?
Wow. I've
But anyway,
only rolled one.
yeah. So I know we talked until now about whether we want to succeed or fail on the mission.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I don't know whether still want to be doing that or whether we think it's more fun to, fail on purpose or
I
just
mean,
leave it to the fates. I don't know.
there's really only one place to go for me because it's like it's failure or failure. It's really nothing, you know. So, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you have a tough choice. Well, do you have a tough choice? I think you don't. You put the two into one wound, and then the
yeah,
other
that's it.
ones are just the same.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
Yeah.
So,
So choices.
oh, let me see where the wound is. Hold on. Loop. All right, two. This will be. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Roll
You
two
know what?
more.
One of our wishes last time was character death, so I'm gonna go with the one in wounds.
So two. Let's see. Two, four, one. Let's see. Two more.
The one in morale.
Say what? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. Um.
So the 2V can roll for wounds.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. I think for okay. So for Dandaeus, it'll be torso. Uh. Torso flesh wound for life.
Uh, Head could be worse, extremely painful. And 434, legs could be worse and barely noticeable. Uh, so I think it's like they get down a scratch down their thigh. Um, but maybe concussion.
Hmm.
okay.
Mm.
So do you want to play out this fight, I presume?
Um.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do we think this noble comes back with some thuggery? Maybe after we're a few drinks deeper and maybe
Hmm.
not quite as sharp as we ought to be?
Well, I mean, I think that like let's be real here, right? So like if Dandaeus is like, three sheets to the wind, I mean like basically I think that, they stagger outside, do a little like, like nature calls kind of thing. And maybe like Eris is like, sees them and then like will like, run down and will like challenge Dandaeus and maybe this is where um of course Slosh Dandaeus ain't bringing like the whole war maul thing, but it's got tools. I mean, like so, still able to defend themselves, but yet the like Eris has their whatever the hell like broadsword or whatever the hell they have, and is able to get like a cut like through their overalls and shit, and like it's deep enough of a cut that even though it's like a flesh wound, it's like it's in such a way that it'll always be there. And like Dandaeus is like, oh, and then just like swears the hell out of like Eris, and like will like kind of aim their nail gun at Eris. Like the at least chase him away like while he's drunk. It's like, get the fuck away from me. Oh God, what's a person got to do to go pee around here? You know? And,
And
yeah.
I think it's at that point that Jor'ilt in the tavern notices that her charm focus is it's glowing. And she will, nope, they will stand up quickly and say, Trina, there's danger. Dandaeus, and will dart out of the tavern and I guess actually engage, because they get hurt pretty bad. Eris in a fight, and I wonder if maybe because it sounds like Eris doesn't have anyone who's willing to take him home, but he probably has like friends locally who are like, yeah, we'll beat someone up and take their stuff for you. We'll help you with that. Um, so yeah, I think it's a bit of a brawl. Um, does Trina slip from the shadows at any point?
Yeah, I wonder if it's the kind of long sword, which is probably a weapon suitable for a bit of open space, that
Hmm.
sees them, a few guys with cudgels or fists or even a knife kind of surround them in an alleyway or whatever. And that's how they come so badly out of this. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think in a, I don't know, like a swashbuckling act of just chaotic energy, like Trina just steps out of like the second floor window and lands on one of their heads. And both blades are out, and there's like a whirling defense around the two of you. Um, and yeah, I think taking out three or four cudgel armed people doesn't seem like too much trouble for her. But like she just spots our lovely friend, Aris, and I think she like calls him by his second name, his family name, Emos, and
Mm.
like starts walking towards him, um, like with bloody intent in her eyes, which is the only thing of her he can see.
Yeah. And I don't think Eamon has much in the way of, you know, moral fortitude. And so we'll probably start scrambling backwards, realizing at this point that he's outnumbered. Um, and Jor'ilt ended up with additional morale. Hmm. Would just straight up killing him make them feel better? I don't know about Trina. Make them feel better. Yeah, probably. It's something they're good at. Um, a very straightforward, you know, scenario where someone's aggressive towards them and their friends. And I don't think they're gonna sleep over it.
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, like
Or
Dandaeus is definitely going to be like, it's like disturbed me while I was trying to go pee. Deserves everything he got.
a
So
coward as well as a fool.
exactly.
I was wondering if Jor'ilt would curse him.
Oh,
Oh.
Is
oh, I
that
like that.
more
That's
in their
tasty.
flavor?
Yes, yes. Um, yeah.
Are you gonna
Oh,
curse him?
I think. Um, I think they will, as Trina has him sort of backed up against the wall of this inn, and Dandaeus looks on. They will gesture with their charm, and for a moment it looks like nothing happens, and then Eamon, Eris, one sec, other tab, Eris, begins to howl in pain, and kicks off his boots, and Joralt just sort of smiles and says, "I believe you'll find that it's incandescently painful to wear any sort of footwear. Good luck getting home barefoot."
They got you on the ropes now. You fop. And then, yeah. Then Deus laughs and, like, while they turn to the side and actually get to go pee now. So, yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
Yes. They duck in the shadows. They're not doing it like right off, like, right where everybody can see. I mean, come on now. But, yeah. But yes, very cool. I mean, and they, like, afterwards, like, you'll see, like, after they're done, like, you'll see, like, they like, take out some of their uh, bandana type things, and then, like, they're kind of, like, patting them against their chest, where you can see, like, the overalls have been, like, slashed, and, like, kind of probably, like, hanging off, like, just the one strap or whatever, and hey, it still burns. Damn it! Didn't think that went in so deep, but ugh, that hurts. Ugh. And you do see like a little bit of blood, like soaking through the bandanas a bit.
I
I
think
think,
that's a net -1 morale. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Dana.
yeah, it is. So we're down to 5. The slow, inexorable decline continues. I think Trina, says something like, Zodi will want to put that in a sling, your arm in a sling to stop the movement. But, I think she looks over at Jor'ilt and like that's going to happen. They're always tinkering, always working on something. They'll never take doctor's orders.
Ain't gonna happen. Nope. Nope.
Well, maybe if you built yourself a third arm, then you wouldn't have to use your second one. Get a bit of a rest.
Now that's the best idea you had all damn day. Oh,
I thought it was coming to your aid, but you can rank them as you please.
yes. Yes. I will. I will. A bit of odds and ends that we find. For sure. It's on the docket to me making. Yes.
So what do you think? We all just go back inside and continue our drinks, or are we like walking back to the main party?
I think it's time to return to the party. I think that would be Jorel's vote. If Eris had one set of friends, what's to say he doesn't have another?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, whatever shoemaker makes his foppish felt boots will be sorely out of pocket. So, yeah, I don't want to anger no cobbler.
Well, it's not our problem, is it? So,
And Jorelt mentally adds Greenfields to the list of places they shouldn't go, probably.
Or maybe
prob.
should.
Oh. Hmm. Eh. It's really far off our beaten track. We really shouldn't go. So. And who's to say that Greenfields is still there? Just saying.
Thank you for your cheer, friend Dandaeus.
Look, if you wanted cheer, then I don't know. And like, they mention a god that like is all about like the singing and the light and all this kind of stuff, and then he's like, everyone else is all gone. I'm being practical.
Uh-huh. And on that note, is there anything else we want from the scene?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah. With the way that's designated, like, how we have like the panicked and whatever, I mean, is that supposed to be our feelings or the general like overall feeling of the countryside or whatever?
Yeah, it's the mood of the countryside,
Okay,
but
okay.
obviously we may find ourselves, mirroring that as we
Okay.
get through to, omen-filled and apocalyptic.
Got it. Fabulous.
Fabulous
Great.
indeed.
Sorry.
I think we can probably take a break, given that
Okie
it's a
doke.
good resting point.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we are back, and the first thing we're going to do before we pick our spotlight characters is prepare the event again. So that is, I guess, 1d4 each,
Whoops. Ah.
and we'll be rolling, or we'll be choosing from the desperate table.
Uh,
So I got a 3.
Out of
sorry.
4.
Sorry. I ended up doing the three dice. So hold on. Let me do the
Good.
one, the single one. 2.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. So let's see. Desperate.
Oh, I do like feral.
Mm.
Crusading zealots or god mourners. I was I want
Oh God.
both. Why not both?
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh.
Which should mean either fleeing or resisting.
Oh God. Feral God Mourner's fleeing could be horrible, which is why it's desperate. Uh, and feral crusading zealots resisting could be just as bad. So whatever. I'm good with both. I'm good with either. So
Um, I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, fleeing or resisting, I guess is where we're at. I don't know.
Hmm.
Are you thinking fleeing T?
Trying to think which one feels more feral.
Yeah.
yeah, true. Resisting could be very feral, but what are they resisting?
Yeah. I think I do like fleeing because then there's also that like um that opens up the question of what they're fleeing.
Yeah, true. Feral fleeing God mourners or crusading zealots?
I mean, Zealot seems more desperate, but, who knows what God mourners do, right?
Yeah, I mean, like in their
Mhm.
grief, they could be reacting in any sort of way, honestly.
Yeah.
So, um,
I mean, maybe they insist the gods' worshippers have to be in tune with the gods' remains or something crazy like that.
Mm.
hmm.
Um, so what do you think? Mourners or zealots?
I think it's more interesting if it's the mourners because it's like, how feral is feral in their grief or, their mourning
I like yours too.
and fleeing like they could be fleeing um mm, something that's not allowing them to mourn properly, and that's what's making them like frenzied and feral. Like they can't.
I have a
They,
pitch.
yeah, go ahead.
What if they have dismembered one of the gods and they have like a bunch of fingers that they are trying to abscond with?
Oh no! Wait. Oh, oh, so they're oh shit.
So
So
like
they're scavenging.
reliquaries,
Hmm.
Oh,
and I don't know if we have decided whether gods are like human-ish sized or
hmm.
In my head, they're big.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. So, I mean, like the fingers could be something like a wand, like wand sized, you know? So, I mean, that's could be something that I'm thinking of. I'm like, we don't know that it's God fingers until we they
Hmm.
get close to us or what have you,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Let
it's
me.
freaky. It's like,
Hmm.
what? What? How? Why are you doing this, right? So,
I mean, we have a veil on cannibalism, so
it's not cannibalism. I mean, they're not
Well, they're not consuming them. They are
right.
just having
okay, they're
them
just
to
keeping them.
work to
Yeah.
be relics, to
Yeah.
Relics,
keep the
horrible souvenirs,
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
or
yeah.
part of their like, I need something for to remember the importance of
Mhm.
this battle, or because this is how I remember our God, or something, or you know,
I
um,
think the next question is,
Which god?
are, yeah, is it Mavos? Do they have like
oh no, no, no,
Oh,
that would be
Our
horrific
Lady's
for us.
fingers? I mean, this
Well,
is
hold
not a
on a
game
second.
of pleasant good times.
Well, wait, wait, wait. So, like, I mean, like, are we saying that they have like relics of their own God or relics of the rival God of
I mean, we don't
theirs?
know who they're mourning, right? So
true.
it could be like, people we know.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Mm.
I
Who? Yeah, who
mean,
was in our thing again? Our Pantheon or whatever.
yeah,
Uh,
so it's
Arate
to
and
Toaris, the Golden, probably the god we referred to the last time, joy in the arts, sun and
mm,
order. Oviana the Veiled, goddess of the moon, magic, emotions, and secrets. Our own Mavos, and then Lotix, the eternal goddess of nature, the soul, death, and peace, who was the god of the Lordsworns that we met early on.
could
Or it could be
be.
from a different pantheon.
It could be. I mean, like,
I mean, I almost think that them being the fingers of Mavos makes it so
really,
much worse for us,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, like, if you want to do, because desperate, yeah. Like, for the fact that they did this, are you kidding us? I mean, like, what? That could be
And I don't know what our response, like what do we do with these if we win the day? I think it's like a terrible situation.
yeah.
I want
Because
I want it.
I mean, they have pieces of our God, but yet, like, how can we slay these mourners? You know, because they're us, they're like
Yeah,
us, but yet this seems like a blasphemy of sorts. I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
I
it
mean,
very
so
much
so this.
depends which of the company
Oh shit.
is going with them
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I mean we
Okay.
have an idea of who everyone is now, right?
I hope
Yeah.
so. I think so. All right. Okay.
So
So
we each draw one card
so
from
this is
our.
like, so we think that they have Mavos's fingers. Okay.
Well, maybe we don't realize yet until
Oh,
we
right. Yeah.
recognize
Not yet.
them.
But I mean, this is what we will
Yeah,
we
we'll
will
yeah
discover. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. Okay. All right. So one card.
one card.
What's
Okay.
Jor'ilt? Uh,
Okay. Let's see.
who I think actually is she, they. I
Oh
think
boy.
I knew their gender and I was wrong. Is it Dandaeus?
Yes. Uh, that's funny.
Um,
Jack spades. Come on.
Wulfrid. So this will be fun.
Hearts.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, you got the same guys back again, huh?
Hmm.
Wulfrid, Jor'ilt, and Dandaeus. Oh boy, this is great. Wulfrid. That's
And
great.
Jor'ilt is still very hurt. In fact, there's no mechanism for removing wounds, right? They're permanent.
No, they're just
There is
yeah,
no healing in this game, which
Hmm.
is
yeah,
like
because yeah, Dandaeus has that for life scar on their
Hmm.
on their
yeah yeah.
chest. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right.
Um, because it's a matter of weeks, right? So
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
short term means when you get home, you'll be fine. But getting home is the challenge, right?
right.
Um,
Did Wilfred get injured last time? No.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah,
He
because
so
sat on a
that's right.
rock.
That's right. Because Sovin, like, made sure to keep the halberd on him and like make sure he didn't move. Ah,
mechanically, obviously, it didn't make any difference, right? But like he was forced to sit on the on the sideline.
look now. Sovin knew
That's
like what was gonna happen if we
yeah.
let Wolfred like get in on this.
That
Okay.
that poor knight would have gotten curb stomped before he got
Oh
thrown
God,
off the
yes.
bridge. Yeah.
Oh sure. I mean, like the only reason he got tossed off the bridge was because he made a move to be dishonest to Charlotte, and that Sovan could not abide. So,
He gave you an excuse.
oh
Yeah.
heck yeah!
Whatever you need to tell yourself.
Hmm.
Look, look. All right, he was not knightly in any shape or form. Damn it. So anyway, so we got
Um,
Wulfrid, Jor'ilt, and Dandaeus. Lovely. Okay.
so what do we think? Where do we set our scene?
I think it's somewhere in nature. Maybe we're walking through woods. Maybe we've had to go off-road for some reason or another.
Off
Yeah.
path.
Or
Cut off through
or
the country.
yeah,
Yeah, cross
maybe
country.
maybe we so that's like the main route we're taking, but maybe this party is like going down to a lake shore or a stream to get some water. Like
Yeah, but
we're away.
I think also too. I think because of the way the landscape has kind of been messed up, and also because of the way evacuation or fleeing has happened overall, I think there's been stuff that has been downed. I think weather patterns have completely gone like messed up, and so like maybe there was like an obstacle like in the way, like maybe like trees were downed, or like the one bridge was completely out, like or cliff broke off and then we couldn't get to the other side, so we had to kind of make a little detour. So we're in the right
Ah,
direction. We're just off cross country now. So,
maybe us three are scouting.
hmm
We sent off a bunch of small parties to try and find
yeah,
the next,
yeah,
the
and
best route.
yeah, and also like maybe trying to collect some kind of some kind of supplies, especially if we're down by a river or lakeside, whatever.
Does Dandaeus have a relevant gadget that they've been itching to use?
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, like it's like this is the water purifier type of thing. Like it's a pump, and you know, to be able to put it into the bladder and like be able to cycle the water, and then be able to just make sure that all of the impurities are have been uh, moved away, and then filter it out, get rid of all the dirt and all the grit and all this kind of stuff, and what's left in the bladder itself is pure water that we can drink. Unfortunately, it's only a little bit at a time, but you get it. So,
And I think Jor'ilt has actually removed her mask entirely because it's giving her a headache. And you can see that her feathers are growing in between her eyebrows. And she'll shoot Wolfred a look and then say, well, listen, in this, I will give you first crack at the bladder water. I won't stand in your way. You have my word.
oh, well, I mean, I'm of course going to test it myself. I mean, I wouldn't ask anybody else to do it for me. I mean, got to make sure the thing works before I let everybody else have the purest drink that they've ever had in their lives, for sure. Not barring magic, of course, but you know how that goes.
Usually pretty well in my experience.
Yes,
What about
yes,
you,
but
Wilfred? You're gonna get that one to splatter water?
I think my chances, later on, maybe. And I think he is like fishing into one of his packs, and he takes out a hook and maybe some a line, and he puts, I don't know, some scale from armor that was just hanging around in the bag as a lure, and he starts fishing. Um, you all right there, Jor'ilt?
Um, and I think they were sort of looking off into the middle distance, and we'll sort of shake and say, "Oh, sorry, I feel like the light is brighter right now than it has been. Could just be me."
Do you want one of my pairs of do you want one of my pairs of goggles? I mean, it'll block off some of the light if you're feeling poorly about it. If it seems a little bit too bright.
I appreciate the offer, but the metals, and they'll sort of nod at their hip where uh, their focus and their sword is. I can literally use blue steel.
Well, if you change your mind, I've got it in my belt. And it's like see him like jangling and jingling because of all the shit he's got on his belt, so on their belt. So uh
I
yeah.
wonder if that's what announces our presence to these feral god mourners.
Probably. You know.
Or do you think the jingling and jangling is joined by this other jingling and jangling? I'm imagining these large reliquaries and these boxes gilded with chains and all of
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
Gothic.
They would honor these relics for sure. Yeah, I mean have the special boxes um holding the relics. Oh my gosh. And I think they're
And
coming down alongside the river. And yeah, I mean, it's like maybe their boxes or what have you. They have a specific gleam to them, whether it's from inside the box because of the nature of what's in them, or because of all the stuff, decorating the boxes itself. We're not sure, but yeah, it's pretty sparkly bright. It's like I need to put my goggles back on. Ugh, gods. Ugh.
I think it is.
You think? What? What do they have?
What you said.
God,
Can't you feel it?
no, no. How? And he and they stand up from the pump and will just look, and they adjust something on their goggles. Like there's like a little bit of like a the what is it dial, like dial to it, and it's like there's something in those boxes. There's no that they're not ordinary jeweled boxes that they're carrying aloft. What is that?
I think Wulfrid, just pulls in his line, just without taking it off the hook, just puts it in his pocket, and it pulls on his gloves, and that I think is a sign that that he's getting ready for something.
All right. I mean, Dandaeus has their maul like in a sling, like slung across their back. But yeah, they kind of like move it in such a way that if they need to like swing it off of their shoulder, they can do so very quickly. But yeah, I mean, they're still looking through their goggles and like their mouth is hanging open, like they cannot believe what they're seeing. And then they say without really looking at Jor'ilt. You can feel that? What do you feel?
It's like it feels like the killing fields we left. It feels like where she fell.
And they just. It's. They're. They seem to be, glowing. Whatever's in there. You don't think anyone would take. And they don't say anything else.
I wonder, like, there's the procession of, 5 of these reliquaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
All surrounded by a bunch of people helping hold them aloft or just wanting to be close to them. And then
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe when one gets closer, we see the one who's like standing right underneath the reliquary holding it up. They have, telltale tufts of feathers, coming out of their ears from the proximity.
I think Jor'ilt will look to Wulfrid as the most senior person here. Um, but their hand is resting on their sword.
Yeah, and Wulfrid starts walking, and behind his back, you see him like loosen the clasp on his claymore.
And, I think Dandaeus is following, but will whisper to Jor'ilt, if I'm seeing what I'm seeing, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Don't get any on me.
Not planning on it.
I think Wilfred is like puts up a friendly open palm, his left. His right one is behind his back on the hilt. And he says, hey folks, where are you heading?
Oh, we are bringing these remembrances. These are the things that we will always keep above us, in our hearts, in our minds, and will forever help us keep Marvels close to us. And they are like, they have these looks of like almost beatific joy, but yet also like sorrow, like the deepest sorrow, somehow at the same time on their faces. But they're just like almost crowding each other, just trying to get underneath and close to these boxes, which have these things in it that we can't quite see because they're kind of glowing or whatever inside.
That's not what she wanted.
How do you know? I mean, she... We worship. We worship her. We keep her in faith.
You worshipped her. Why didn't you fight?
We did. Our faith gave her strength and energy. That is what we gave. Some of us, almost wasted away. But being close to her again, parts of her close, gives back that strength. And we shall keep it forever with us.
Use the goddess's gift to dismember her?
No. It's again to make sure we treasure parts of the blessed whole. Don't want them desecrated on a field of blood and battle. We keep them safe. We keep them with us. We treasure them forever. Worship and faith. Cannot have her, then at least we have these. And then, like, just as this person raises the box up, like, you know, you hear like the chant, like, you know, like whatever, you know, words or sounds that like are just, you know, like say, like sound like, you know, like syllables of Mavos, but like other things that just bespeak, you know, her ways and her themes. And yeah, I mean, it's getting almost like very growly, you know, as they're chanting these things. And as they hold them aloft, we can get a closer look at them now, and we can see that it's like the one that's being held even more aloft. It's like it is one of Mavos's fingers.
And I think at that, Jor'ilt isn't able to contain herself anymore, and she'll draw her sword and say, "You are shackles, and you'll die like dogs." I think we might need to roll dice.
Yeah. Yes. Oh God.
Secret dice, though.
Secret dice.
Dice.
Yeah.
Or not, you know.
Or not. 'Cause
So 3 dice, remember, 3d4.
okay.
Interesting.
All right. So, which one am I doing? Okay. So let's see. I can't figure this out. Okay, I can do this. Right.
Is that what I want to do?
Yeah, I got it.
No, sorry, I'm changing my mind, and I don't remember where I put anything. Okay, I think that's right.
Okay.
We all set?
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be.
Who wants to unveil the horrifying truth?
Go to it.
I can. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Whoa. Say what? Wait, what?
Interesting.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Okay. Let's see.
Well,
Oh, okay. So I don't know what to do. Do I let
we've
him go? Do I let them
got.
go out? I don't know. Because once it's 3 wounds, right? They're out.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hit 3 wounds, you're dead. Yes.
Yeah.
And remember,
Mm-hmm.
if we fail the mission, we roll a d4 to see what the knock-on effects of that failure is, and one of those, on a 2, every Lordsworn on the mission gets 1 wound.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So definitely one of these is a success. Damn it. Okay. All right. Oh. No. You know what? No. I want the morale to boost. Oh, I forgot to take off his one morale.
Yeah, that feels good to me.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm okay with this. 'Cause, maybe Dandaeus feeling demoralized. Oh noes. Okay. All right.
Uh,
I think I got
uh,
it. I think I got it. I think I got it. I mean,
do you want to roll for it to find out what
hold on,
your
hold on. Wait, 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 wait. Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna do it in a minute. I just want to see. I just want to see something because I don't remember if I had changed. Okay. All right. So let's see. Give me a second. Okay. So rolling for the two wounds. Wait. Okay. Hold
uh
on. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. What is this? All right. So I have to do this twice. So
I mean,
hold
I
on.
mean, you don't have to do it twice. You can just do it once, and it's a big gun, right?
Okay.
Or
Yeah, that's
you
true.
could
That's true. That's
like,
true.
yeah.
Severe. Okay. Oh shit. No. Yeah. So yeah. Head severe and extremely painful. Yeah.
well, Wulfrid's wound is a barely noticeable, could be worse arm wound. Although it's at level 2, so it's maybe more noticeable than it could be.
Maybe the initial cut was fine, and then it starts to go septic.
Yeah.
And Jor'ilt took no wounds, but is sad.
Okay. Oh boy.
I have a I have an inkling of why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but Wilfred lives for this shit. He's all too happy to smack down.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think. Dandaeus again, like is overwhelmed because of like realizing what the hell that stuff is in the boxes, and they're fighting. But I mean, I think they get overwhelmed because the maul is not a easy weapon to wield, right? I mean, like it's meant for just bowling over and then you know that's it pretty much, and then they'll do something else. But there's too many of them. There's too many of them that are just frenzied about this, and it's like knowing that we're not going to put up with this kind of level of disrespect to Mavos. Yeah, they're just kind of gonna try to overwhelm, and that's what happens to Dandaeus. So I think that's where the head injury comes in. It's severe. They knock off their helmets slash goggles and such, and yeah, it's like at the end of it, it's yeah, they will. Yeah, they'll.
Yeah, and I think when as soon as Wilfred hears Jorl's blade spring free, he just goes for it. Like he is in amongst them as the claymore comes out of its scabbard, and he is just kind of cutting left and right, picking out whoever is like mostly holding up each reliquary and just barreling through. And like there's so many around him, lots of mauls and fists and everything, just slowing him down, and then he starts to get cut. And I think that one to his arm is just the one that kind of brings him down or makes him drop his claymore in the middle of this, melee.
I mean, we did set it up as if they were perhaps not really soldiers, so I wonder if it's more like scratching, biting,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
feral behavior,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like a
absolutely.
pack of raccoons.
But it's enough that like, because of
Oh
the
yeah.
numbers, it's they're just tearing apart whatever they can get a hold of. It's like Maenads
hmm
just like,
Yeah.
going for it, you know? And
And I think Jor'ilt is wading through, just hacking left and right. You can see little sort of of magic as they're cutting. And I think it's just a massacre.
yeah, I mean, at the end of it, I mean, Dandaeus's devices, you know, didn't weren't enough in the clutch, and you'll find them bloodied, um, off to the side, like maybe underneath, like a few of them, like trying to take them out to the end, like the nail gun. But yeah, I mean, the mall's like flung uselessly off to the side, and they're would one of you come to them, like
Yeah, I think, when things quieten down, Wilfred kind of lifts himself to his feet, like almost emerging from like a, a small hillock of the dead. And he kind of immediately looks for his people, and he sees Dandaeus kind of, I don't know, kneeling or whatever it is, maybe already
he's
dead or dying. And
he's
yeah, he
he's
will.
he's he's supine, and like you could see the blood like streaming from their head, and like their goggles are broken off and like half askew, and I think they'll blink and look at you, Wilfred, and they'll give you kind of like a battered tooth smile and say, "It hurts. It hurts, but hopefully you got them all, right?
Yeah,
You say
they're
Mavos, Mavos
the she's fine, she's safe. And I think he'll reach into one of his pouches and take out that hip flask and come on, take some of this.
uh, you know what helps?" And then we can. Dandaeus will reach out for it and will shakingly like bring it to their lips, and some of it makes it into their mouth. Thank you. And you know they'll give it back to you, and will give you this look and a half smile, and will say, "I think it's time. I just rest." And they'll lean back, and their eyes won't open anymore.
I think maybe if Joralt is approaching, uh, they'll hear Wilfred kind of with a broken voice murmur prayer to Mavos. Uh, Probably words you've not heard in several weeks from him.
Uh, and if it's if it's a known prayer, uh, they'll join in. And I think because she was a god of fire, um, Jor'ilt is going to start creating a pyre for all of these slain believers and her her fingers and Dandaeus.
I wonder if, like, with each of these five reliquaries, we could use the mole to like embed them so that they stick out of the earth like, a hand coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
They
It's
might
a
still burn, but who knows how long they'll burn for.
yeah, but
Hmm.
what a monument, right?
Hmm.
So yeah.
And I think after knocking those in with the war mole, Wulfrid looks like tired and just kind of collapses onto a to sit down on a rock.
Perhaps I should not have been so hasty. I did not mean to spend Dandaeus' life here.
I was about to ask them if they were going to True Fast. Maybe we could have convinced them to, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been prone to wishful thinking, but there's a first time for everything.
You saw their eyes, friend. There was madness there.
The fervor of the faithful.
The hunger of the scavenger. What was it they said? That they were drawing their power back from her? Faithless, I would call that.
Do you think that the others would have seen the pyre and come to you, or do you think that you would have to go back to crossroads where you'd split to report back?
I think Jor'ilt would have Wulfrid sit and watch the fire. Uh, that's what they say. And go to tell the others. I think she thinks that he may need a bit of a rest.
And I imagine maybe not that he has a second wind, but when the rest of the party return, maybe he is instructing a tall pyre for Dandaeus's remains.
If there's anything left to do, I think Kai will direct everyone to help with what rights remain, and I think they'll form a semicircle around the pyre and give honor to Dandaeus. And just, I think the firelight will flicker on everyone's faces, thinking their own thoughts and mulling over this, the remains of their god.
I wonder if the flames on the reliquary boxes remains long after we leave, like when we're over the horizon.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a sense that some part of Mavos lives on in those eternal, or until the end of our lives at least, however short that is.
I mean, I
Hmm.
think the reliquary boxes burn away, and the fingers are left to create that
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
perpetual fire.
Maybe that's why we get a morale bump.
Mhm.
So we have a net +1 on
Okay.
morale.
Okay.
Are we happy with that? Want to close up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe I think I think maybe after all is said and done, though, I think as everybody files out or files away and continues on the journey, whether it be right after the funeral rites or like in the morning when you're ready to go, I think Kai will look at the continual flame and wish Dandaeus farewell and say, "Grasp the flame, my friend. We'll see you soon enough." And then turns to follow the others.
I think we'll sit there and do our debrief.